Hello, my amazing artists! Today we're going to be making folk art fish. So, these are the 3 steps that we're going to take today. First, we're going to draw a fish in pencil. Then we're going to fill it in with Color Baby Color. And to do that, you're going to get this little baggie of warm colored chalk. So we've got all of our warm tones, red, orange, yellow, and I do have some pinks in there. Then we're going to trace around our pencil lines with a black oil pastel. All right, so on your piece of paper, we need to write our name. And we're not doing any folding, so you can write it big on the back. Flip it over. And we're going to draw our fish. So you decide if you want to hold your paper vertical, like the long sides going up and down, so tall, or horizontal, which is also landscape, with the long sides on the top and bottom. I like to hold my paper vertical because then I can draw the 3 fish really easily. You guys need to fit 3 fish on your paper somehow. So if you have horizontal, you might want to do 1, 2, 3. You can kind of space it out with your hands, see if there's enough room there. Okay, so I'm going to do mine vertical like this. So I'm going to draw an oval. And I want the fish to take up most of the paper, so I'm going to make it pretty big. Alright, so I've got my oval, and I have more space on this side. I kind of drew it over to one side, so I'm going to draw my triangle tail here. Okay, and I'm going to erase just this little part. I don't need that. Okay, and then I'm just going to sketch my eye, so I'm not going to push really hard with my pencil. I want to make this fish have a nice big eyeball. And then to make my fins, sometimes I like to just draw a couple lines on the tail. For the, oh my gosh, I don't know what this fin is called. Maybe we'll look that up. This kind of fin here on the side, I'm going to draw a curved line and then make it wave. So I went down, back up, I'm coming back down around again. I'm not going to make it touch because I want it to look like it's attached to the fish's body. You can add another layer, so kind of on this little arch here, I'm going to draw another line coming out, down, up, and around. I like those types of fins. I think they look cool. You can also add a dorsal fin up top if you would like to. You don't have to. It's up to you. I'm going to erase that part. Cool. Alright, so you're going to draw those 3 fish. After you've drawn all 3 fish, and I like the variety of one fish swimming a different way and those 2 fish swimming one way. I think it looks cool. I'm going to take my colorful chalk and I'm going to do a little bit of light scribbling. So when I say scribbling, I don't mean messy. I just mean making some lines that aren't super important how the lines look because we're just putting color on the paper. But I need it to stay inside my pencil lines, okay? So I'm going to just start coloring a little bit. See, I'm being really careful to stay away from my pencil lines. I'm going to do, see how I put that chalk back in the bag when I was done with it? If you let your chalk roll around, they're easily breakable, so we don't want to roll them around and if somebody steps on them, then it'll turn into chalk dust, and we don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to blend these out with my finger. Once I have colored the way I want it to. So I can color right over my fin, no biggie. I can color over my eyeball, no biggie. The pencil shouldn't smudge too much, but you might want to be careful. Alright, so better to start with a little and then add more later. So I'm going to look at my fingers, and some of them were a little dirty already. So I'm going to take one of my clean fingers, and I'm going to start just very gently rubbing around that color. And you want to be very careful when you come to the sides of the fish. You don't want to pop out of those lines. Alright, and I'm just smearing all that chalk dust around. We do not want to blow, and you're wearing your mask, so I don't think it would work anyway, but we don't want to, right, blow the chalk dust everywhere because it just makes your whole desk super messy. So you want to just very gently rub that chalk dust into your paper. If you have any extra chalk dust, you can tap it and kind of brush it to the side. Okay, so once you're done filling in your whole fish, we will start tracing with a black oil pastel.